Hi everyone and welcome to another video from Hanna's Publishing. Today I wanted to take you through how to make a pattern template with our newly released pattern template. I decided specifically with crafting in mind, like a crochet or knitting, because my daughter is absolutely crazy about crochets and she was begging me to make a pattern template for her. So I thought, why not? And obviously, it's now available in the store. So if you go to the link below and want to purchase the template, you can. I will leave you a nice discount in the link as well. So make sure you use our special code. But let me take you through how we can make a beautiful template for your business. First of all, of course, you're gonna have to purchase the template. You can, of course, also make one completely yourself, but um, but just as well as I do, probably. We all are a bit time, loss of. There's not enough time in the day, is my point. So make your life easy. Get this template and start taking your crochet or knitting or sewing business, whatever craft it is you do, to the next level with our professionally designed template. Well, as you can see on my screen, I have our template loaded and ready to go. And if you purchase going through Etsy's checkout, you get an email and that will allow you to download the PDF I made that will send you to the link in Canva. So we're going to use Canva for this. You would need a free account. It's not difficult to set up, but I won't be discussing this in this video just because the video might be super long if I have to explain everything. If you do have a problem with setting up Canva, there are just videos on YouTube. If you just type in how to set up an account, they will take you through it step by step. So it's easy enough to get going. So once you purchase it, and if you got an email, then you can follow their instructions. You can also, if you go to the pic that says your account, so you see here the tiny triangle with my photo. If you go to purchases and reviews and you let it load, you will see here purchases. Now, obviously, I cannot buy my own template, so that's why you're not seeing it here. But if you would have purchased it, it would show here. You can download the file, and then this file, ta-da, will show up. I will also link the video in here when it's done, because obviously I can't put it in yet because I am recording it as we speak. But this says the bit you need. So click here to access your files in Canva. So once you download the PDF, go in, click on there, and then this will take you to Canva. Now I'm already logged in because I use Canva like every day for hours. And you would need to click on this bit. You won't see the edit template because it's my own template. I can see, the template to edit, but you would need use template for new design. So if you click on that, it's going to remix everything and you get a copy of my template. So as that's loading, taking a bit longer. So we've got a bit of a storm going on here, so it's taking a minute, but it's working now. And as you can see the main page that you just saw when we opened it up as well. What I like to do is just delete this. If you don't need it, you can of course keep it if it doesn't bother you. I would personally like to start with changing the title. But if you need to delete something, it's easy enough to do. So you click on the bit that says delete page. It's a tiny little bin, or at least that's how it's meant to look. And if you click on it, it just deletes it. Easy enough. So what I like to do is always start with changing the title. As you can see, it says now here, copy of Etsy pattern template. Well, Etsy pattern template, that's how I called it in my main files. So say for this example, we're gonna make a granny square. So I'm gonna type in granny square template. Then you press enter and then it saves it for you. So as you saw on the listing, you got 21 different pages for you to use. in your new template. So if you go to the bit at the bottom that says grid view and click on it once with your mouse, it will load up all the pages I've designed. As you saw in the listing, I have different front covers, different welcome pages, different detail pages, different instructions, feedback or review, thank you pages, and social media page. So you can make a really nice little booklet for whatever pattern it is you're making. And for this example, I set up a granny square for beginners template just because I know my daughter likes making them. I personally don't crochet, but that's because I broke my wrist many years ago and then they didn't heal properly, so I just can't make that move, unfortunately. But we talk crochet every day in my house, so I thought to honor my daughter, we're gonna make a beautiful pattern. So the pattern for granny squares isn't very long or complicated. So I put here in the Google Docs the text I would like to use. So I got it all ready to go. So that's what I would recommend you do as well. Make sure you've got your text ready, photos ready on your computer. Easiest way for me, I think what you do is if you want to take photos, take good photos, maybe on a sunny day, and send them to your email. And then you can just, add them to your design. So I've got here all the things ready from the title, the introduction page, what materials we need, etc. So we're gonna take this step by step and go back to our design. And I am just thinking what would be nice to use. Now you got different options on what you prefer. You can use, of course, the same covers every time. You can mix it up. I make it plenty of spaces for things like your logo, a photo, a text, stuff like that. Of course, you can change everything. It's all linked and free. It's all for you to use. The only thing I ask is that you don't sell it as is, um, because it's my design. But you can, of course, change it and put your instructions in it, and then you're free to sell it. That there's no problems with copyright on that one. So let's see. I think I'm gonna use this front cover, so cover number 2. Then I really like the second welcome page as well. Well, if you're not sure how much you need, of course you can leave it, but I know I only need one front cover, of course. Well, it's a new pattern, so I don't need feedback yet, but of course, if you already have multiple patterns online, maybe you've done some more freebies and stuff, you can use those. But I'll just leave a few so I can show you how to do links and stuff like that. So let me see. Same as this. I think it's nice to use that page. And then if you need to slide something, because this one looks pretty nice, because I know I have a few photos we can put in it, because it's not a lot of text, so it's nice to maybe add some photos. And of course, if your design is more complicated and you want to reuse a couple of those, you can, like I said, you can just leave it. You don't need to delete it now, but otherwise my video gets so long if I talk to you about it. If you click on the buttons here, you see the right red dot of the purple 3 dots. If you then go to duplicate page, on my computer it's also Control D. If you say, do you like this one, you can always say, well, let me do 3 of those. And yeah, so you can really mix and match completely the way you have it in your mind, what is going to work for you. So this is like the step-by-step page. That one, I think that one might actually work better. So let me just keep that one. And then we'll delete that one. And now let's start there, because then it's 10 pages. That's pretty nice. So let's go to the beginning. So if you select this and then double click, we should go to the beginning, which we did. Good, excellent. Well, if we would like to upload photos, we go to the bit that says upload. So as you can see, I've been already doing some bits on this morning. So click on upload files. And then on my computer, I downloaded a few files earlier. And just by selecting them all and clicking on open, it will add this to Canva. Now, obviously, because if you prepare this, it will be on your computer, but I can't explain exactly how that works because I don't know if you're using a laptop, a computer, or a MacBook, or whatever it is you're using today. So while that loads, I have different options available on these front covers. And this one, you can add your logo. If you don't have a logo, Canva is a great place to design things. You can also use free elements if you have a free account. If you don't have a free account and a pro account, you can, of course, use those as well. So it just takes a minute to load because, like I said, we've got quite bad weather, unfortunately. So there's a small delay in my internet. But if you go to elements and then type in the word you're looking for, you can see all these cute little graphics. Now, these ones are all part of the pro account because you see the little crown. So for me, I can use them all, but for the sake of assuming that you don't have a pro account, let's just put it on free and look for some bits. So what would be really nice, for example, you can add one of those, right? So you can remove this if you want. So you can select and click on delete on your computer, and then right, you can put something like this on it. But if you just want to use your logo, again, load it up like you did with the other files. For me, it's here in my brand bit just because that's what I do. So all I have to do is select it, slide it, and ta-da, it's ready to go. So, well, my business name is Hannah's Publishing, named after my daughter Hannah. We're gonna make a granny square and say you want to add a bit more text because it's a granny square for beginners. If you just hold it and drag, you can make a little more space. So I would then click on that. You can here do duplicate and then you slide it back up. So again, if you click once, it selects it and you can just change the text. So say for beginners. Now I like it to be a tiny bit bigger because it's a bit small compared to the rest. So say put it up a bit bigger. So these are the numbers at the top you need to use. Now, if you click on position, you can also see if it's in the middle. So say I put it a little bit and you see, that looks a bit squint. If you click on position, you can always center it like that. Well, that's the main page done, except for a photo. Well, the photos are now done uploading, and it's the same as I just did with my logo. So you go to the photo, you can either click on it or you just drag it once and put it where you want it. Now, again, delete. If the photo is not exactly where you want, if you double click on it, you can like move it side to side. You can also like zoom in, make it bigger. And then you can just hold and drag to any position you like. So say this is nice. Oh, that's pretty decent, right? Okay, then we'll go to the next page where it's the welcome. Well, I like to use the exact same photo there, so drag and drop. And then we have a photo there. I don't know if I have a photo of me. So let's say if we do a logo, but if it's just a photo of you, it's the same difference. So this is where I would say, welcome your reader. So I go to my text in the other screen. And while that takes a minute to load, I have my text ready to go here. So I'm just going to do Ctrl C, go back to here, double click, Ctrl-V. Nou, this was mijn title, so double click, Ctrl-X, Ctrl-V. Well, it's a little bit on small size, so let's drag that. Okay, so because I wanted to add a thank you can see it doesn't fit. So again, go there, double click, triple click actually in this case, and then we'll make sure it does fit. There you go. Now, then this was a bit too low. My text needs to be here at the bottom. And so you see how you just click and move, make more space. You just select where the space wants and you do enter. And just like that. This was not exactly aligned, so I will put that here. This maybe a bit more there. Something like that. Well, I think that looks pretty nice for my pretend pattern. Now, what I would recommend you do here, because it says here at the bottom your business name, and all rights are reserved, because of course if you designed a pattern, that's your pattern, you would benefit from mentioning the copyright. Now this bit is the same on every single page. So what I would do is do Ctrl F for find, and then type in your business name, and then you see that it is on 9 pages because that's what we just selected to use. So you type in here replace with, in my case that would be Hannah's Publishing. And you of course type in your own business name or just your name if you just name it after yourself. And I then like to do replace all, or if you're not sure, you can always replace it one. Because if I click replace here, you'll see here, Hannah's Publishing. And then if I scoop it to the next one, Hannah's Publishing. You see how easy that is? So say you got a really large pattern because you're making quite something complicated. Easy enough to just do replace all. And everywhere where I used the same wording in a document that says your business name is now indeed your business name. So just like that, we've got the front cover ready, the introduction page ready, and now the next bit. Now I got this ready to go here. So we go back to the other design, and while that loads, I'm taking a quick sippy. So we've got this bit for the materials needed. So my design splits that up. So you could say like the hook goes in there, yarn goes there. I don't like the dots, so let me just turn that off with the button at the top. I hope you saw that. I'm just using the, and then, so maybe here, yarn and materials. Yeah, so you can change the wording any way you like. You can drop and drag. You can change the text. What else you need? Well, maybe we can right, so it's all centered at the middle, but you can just put it on top. If you use the alignment button here, you see how that is. Right, so left, stretched out to the right, middle. Yeah. Now say this is 5 inch by 5 inch. You recommend? Again, let's put it to the. Oh, I clicked too often. Sorry. There you go. And just like that, you're ready to go. Now, say you don't like the colors I used, you can always change all the colors. So if you click on the edge here, say you're using a wool or fabric that has like a warmer pink in it, you can always change these colors. Like I said, the design is completely yours. You can do with it what you want. It's just, I thought it looked really nice like this. But for example, if you put in a photo, it sometimes comes up with photo suggestions, but you can also, use this one, like to search what color you would like. And I'm not 100% sure if this is available on free, but you can use this one. If you hover over, and then if you check your photo, like the middle square will give you the correct color. So I like the green. And if you then change my whole design, let me show you. All the elements that had that light brown are now the warm green. And it would be great if it actually loads, but that's the storm, unfortunately. So just like that, you can change the colors. The same works with the text. So let me show you how to do that. So say here at the top, click once, it selects this, and then if you click again, it selects the text. Click again, it should just give you that line that allows you to type. So if you double click, it selects, and then you can change the color. So say you want the text green. Again, if you change the whole of the document will now be green. You see that? How that goes from green. Now, just like that. And this was a slightly bit different color. So this one didn't change, but say we make it all the same. And just like that, you can change the colors. Now, it's not particularly easy to read, so I'm just gonna keep it on black so we can keep it nice and clear for, oh, that's not the right color, for everyone to see. But that's how you make color changes as well. Well, just like that, I explained to you how to do the change, the colors, the selection, how to delete stuff, or change this, your title here. You can call it step 1, or let's begin, or your granny's care pattern. Yeah, it's your choice how you want to do it. And yeah, you just like this. It might be handy to put in instructions on how to do certain moves, or maybe you can make sure things up close. Right, and just explain things step by step. I noticed the abbreviations, of course, if you use those in your text. And just like that, the pattern. And sometimes it doesn't fit. And if you then drag it, it sometimes fits better. But in this case, it's just a bit too small, which I already thought. So I had here the one with the 3 steps, right? So if I do round 1 in the first one, if I want to delete this, and drag. Now say you have again that it doesn't fit. If you just drag it, it just slides with you, and you can just see how to make it fit. Well, repeat that for all the steps, and then keep going until you've got your whole design ready to go. Well, as I already thought, excuse me, we would just need this one with the 3 steps, and then maybe if you want to turn the granny scares in a blanket, you do the last bit. Well, I don't have any social media just yet, but say you've got other patterns or other feedback that would be nice, to put here. It works exactly the same. You just need to copy paste it from your Facebook or Instagram. So the only thing that's left that I wanted to show you is how to change the text. So at the end, again, place here like a message, and if you need anything, yeah, this is a good way to invite them to work with you. Well, I put here Facebook, Instagram, and Pinterest, but there are more icons you can use. So if you use TikTok, again, you go to Elements, and then you look for TikTok. I'm pronouncing it wrong. Sorry, it's my accent. Oh, that didn't quite do the trick. There you go. Now I got the right one. So if you want to add one again, if you use the free account, the free photos. It's free to use. But yeah, just like that, you can add a Twitter or a LinkedIn or Pinterest. Already I added because that's where most of my traffic comes from. So you can see how there's more possibilities. But if you click on this and then do right mouse, you can do the link, or my computer is Control K from kettle. And then if you put in here the link you want them to go to, so I'll just type so just my website, and then you're done. But you can of course do your Facebook, whatever link it is. And then when you print a PDF, people can actually click on the icon or tap by using their finger, and it will go straight to their wherever you redirect it from. Same for this one. So I've set these up as buttons. I cut them grouped together because it looks nicer. But if you need to ungroup something, just click on here. You can also just leave it as is. But if you ungroup it, and then you can put again a link behind here as well. So it actually works like a button you can push. So you can add anything you want. Of course, Hans Publishing is already in here. Well, if you have more photo of the finished project, right? So you can really make it look just the way you like it. So imagine I'm done and you are done with your pattern, completely set up, just the way you like it. When you're done, you can click on share, then you go to download, and then I would recommend downloading it as PDF standard or PDF print, depending on how you plan to distribute it. Because the standard is it best for like emailing, but if you want people to like be able to do like professional printing and higher quality is nice. I usually do printing just to avoid any problems, but if you're going to send this out per email, either are probably fine, but you use your best judgment. But click on either, you select them, and then you click on download, and just like that, your pattern is ready. It's taking a moment, but it's just downloading as we speak. But that's how it works to use our template and make it completely your own to fit your needs, whether that's making a crochet pattern out of it or a knitting pattern or whatever you plan to use it for. I would love to hear in the comments what you are planning to do with this template. Again, you can use it as is and edit it to sell on. You cannot use it as is without making any changes and then sell it. Now, hopefully you can see this, and just like that, the PDF is completely done and ready. Well, completely done. Obviously, we didn't do every single element, but you will be once you done that for yourself. But yeah, that was it. I hope you found this useful, and if you are struggling with the pattern, feel free to let me know in the comments. I check them regularly. I hope that I can answer your questions. If there's any issues with downloading the template after you purchase it, feel free to shoot me a message in the Etsy app, and hopefully I can figure out what the issue is. But usually stuff is just stuck in cyberspace, and it will work itself out without too much of a fuss. Well, that's it. I hope you have a wonderful day. Good luck with changing the pattern, and I look forward to hearing from you. Bye.